Thank you all for being here. I know we're all tired and anxious, but now is the most important time for all of us to put in the hard work of bending the curve. I know a lot of you think the worst is behind us. I know summer is approaching. You all want to go out, dress in light clothing, show some skin, but I cannot stress enough how that behavior will increase the number of New Yorkers who will be sexually harassed by me. Let's look at this first slide, please. All right. As you can see, since I was first accused of inappropriate behavior back in late February, there was at first a spike in accusations, and I think all of us worried that there was no end in sight. Next slide. But we were lucky enough to see an inevitable decline as more women became aware of the situation and kept a safe distance from me. Next slide. Okay, now it gets scary. We now see a new and, yes, more frightening variant. This variant was not seen in the past, but as my sexual harassment continued unchecked, I became bored, and so I introduced some new moves into my repertoire, which now include sneaking up behind a woman whom I'm meeting for the first time and whispering "cara mia" into her ear, close enough that her ear feels moist. Next slide. Okay, how do we flatten the curve? Number one, staying 6 feet away from me at all times. I know some of you are thinking you can get closer than 6 feet if you're standing behind me because I can't see you. Trust me, I know you're there, and I'm ready to pounce. And only in a matter of seconds, a New York minute, if you will, you'll have added to the number, all because you couldn't be bothered to stand 6 feet away from me. Next slide. Also, you must keep a mask on at all times, particularly if you have plump lips or a sultry pout. Look, guys, I understand. Everyone wants to go out and return to normalcy, but you have to be realistic. That means covering your mouth, staying distant, not making eye contact with me. And I know you don't like the stairs, but it's better than getting caught with me in an elevator. Do not get in an elevator with me, especially if you fall into one or more of the following categories. For example, next slide, having legs up to here. Big problem. Next slide. Being a woman for whom I'm your direct supervisor and your chances of advancement flow directly through me. Be smart. Wait for the next elevator. I don't have to talk to you like babies. I know you think you're in a hurry. Trust me, you're not in that much of a hurry. Take the 3 minutes and wait for the next one. Next slide. Now, there is hope, some good news coming from our statisticians who are showing that while many New Yorkers are still at risk from me personally, seniors and small children are virtually immune. But if you're between the ages of 18 and, say, a youthful 36, you are highly susceptible to being groped or at least made uncomfortable by me. Now I'm going to slow down, make sure the sign language interpreter is keeping up. You getting all this, honey? I know, you talk with your hands. I'm Italian, I talk with my hands. I'm sure that's not all we have in common. I do have tremendous hands, though. If you ever want to come see how big my hands really are, you know where to find me, and I know where to find you. Now, you see what just happened? Clearly, we're not out of the woods yet. It can happen just like that. I'll see you all tomorrow, especially you, I hope. Come on, people. Be smart.